Welcome to 9 times. This time I decided to just brainstorm and sketch a bunch of helmets for soldiers or whatever other things. I guess they don't necessarily have to be soldiers, but I was kind of thinking along the lines of soldiers. And a lot of good media I enjoy and different IPs that I enjoy, there's always seems to be iconic helmets or masks or whatever that you can immediately tell what the property is or what the thing is. Like, you have clone troopers or stormtroopers in Star Wars. You got, like, in real life, Roman armor, Roman helmets, like Spartan helmets. You can really distinguish immediately. And I'm not saying in this video I'm necessarily going to create something iconic enough to, really distinguish my soldiers from other ones, but, or at least give it a go, at least get some fleshing out of a few armies or a few nations, militaries, because a lot of what I've been trying to do is really get, I guess some stepping stones to really start getting my ideas on paper. I've been seeing a lot of stuff out there recently that said things along the line of just make it exist first and then you can make it good later. And I think that's a big reason why it takes me so long to upload. Like I made this video here in pretty much today, like just the day this is getting uploaded. So it's like I don't need a lot of time to do stuff. Like I keep cramming it in. My friend was trying to push me to actually, pick an upload day, and it was today. I had a whole month to get this done, but I procrastinated, of course, until this morning. Anyways, I really want to be able to start taking small steps in creating. And I think really that will just allow me to, if I'm in the habit of it, then I've said it before, reserve the right to retcon. By that I mean go back and change stuff. And I think if I have that, and actually have that mindset, then what's wrong with making some silly designs or some silly helmets here that I don't actually use? Just because I'm making it in this video doesn't mean it has to actually be a solidified thing that I can't escape. And excuse some of the blurriness coming in and out. There were a few times where my recording of the screen, like you're saying, or of the window, like you're seeing right here of Clip Studio Paint, which I use, I tried to record as much as I could, but sometimes it didn't actually go through. So the blurry ones are the time lapses, which aren't as high of resolution. Here, this was a design that I had done a long time ago based off of someone else's head template. So these head positions are someone else, and unfortunately I don't remember where I got it from. This was years ago, but I found this design again, and so I wanted to really kind of detail it a little bit more. And really I ended up just combining the different variations I had here because I really do like this design. I think it's nice and simple, and it's not like too crazy or fancy. And I'm not necessarily just doing this for humans in my world. They can be for various things, but so far these ones that I have drawn here are more human-like. This is another one. You could see that's that same head position template. Kind of a tutorial sheet. And again, I wish I knew who had made this, because I could shout them out. But again, doing a little bit more rendering to this really old design. This is probably 6 years ago at least that I did these little mask designs. So really just trying to, update them a little bit. Not that I did a whole lot here. This one is a little different. It is a little more updated than the last one. And I also couldn't figure out here on top if I should do purple on the top 2 slots or brown or grayish brown. And I ended up asking my wife because I couldn't decide, and she thought that the brown looked better on top, so that maybe you could say those 2 other slots on the sides are like 2 sets of eyes. So maybe this is for humans, maybe it's for a different kind of race going on. Then this was a really, really old design I came up with, and clearly the eyes here are too far apart to be human eyes. And so this would be, you would presume, would be a different race. And I don't have that race yet. And that's not to say that one of the ones I have made couldn't wear this mask. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe in some of these cases, maybe a mask or a helmet will inspire creation of a different creature or whatever. Also, let me know what you guys think about this way of recording as far as using Clip Studio Paint, this software that I use to draw digitally. Do you like seeing the UI, like the brushes and the brushes and the layers here? Or would you rather just see the time lapse of just the screen itself being the full drawing? Yeah, not sure. I don't know if I've really done this a whole lot this way, but it is like stroke for stroke exactly what I'm doing. Like you can actually see the little cursor doing everything. You could see when I select different colors and different brushes. Throughout this video, I'm mostly using 2 brushes here, one for coloring in and one for the sketching and line work. This next one was definitely not human as well, just with the proportions going on there. Although, it could, unlike the other one. If you look back at the kind of the white sketch of a head, human head, this could fit on a human. It seems more like a mask kind of thing rather than a helmet. Also, I wasn't sure what I was doing with the colors here. I don't think there's anything wrong with these colors. They're pretty vibrant. It almost does have like a kind of a tiki tribal-ish, like, if you made it alien or fantasy. It almost has that look to it. Then there, you can see I quickly deleted those eyes because it just straight up looked like Beak Mask's mask for a second there. I don't know what it is about that design. I just keep going to that, like on accident. I'll constantly just draw Beak Mask again. Which, again, that's not his real, like, face. He's got a face behind that mask, kind of like Shy Guy, sort of, in Mario or Nintendo stuff. And I have not decided what that mask is from. I don't think it's gonna be made. I think it is gonna be something that is, hunted down or something, some rare creature. But I'm not sure. I haven't figured that out yet. I ended up feeling like I really turned this design around from starting to look like a Beak Mask knockoff into some, I don't know. I feel like it was a cool design that what it ended up as. And again, probably not human. That little, maybe you'd have some kind of Cyclops thing with that one slot right there in the middle. Doesn't really match up with human eyes, but maybe if it's big enough, then yeah, it would. That brings up another thing, which is some of these are very like close to the head, like really like almost skin tight, which I think that could be fixed just by making it a little bit bigger in your mind, just like expanding it out a little bit. Don't necessarily think it's like proportional to, the head sketches I have back there are for reference. It's not like I'm saying by the millimeter exactly how big these are. Let me know too which of these you guys think is your favorite. I would probably say either that brown and gray one above the one I'm currently working on. That I feel like that's just a really good like foot soldier of like a general army. Like, I don't know, the basic army would be, and also probably the one next to it to the left of that, the brown one with yellow eyes, I really like as well. I like a lot of these, but those two really stand out to me. I was gonna do, I guess it would be 15 designs here, but I ended up just kind of running out of steam a little bit and just ended up calling it with these 10. And I think I am pretty happy with these 10 going on. And I think they're at least, if not going to be used for humans or humanoid races that I currently have, maybe they'll inspire some other things. I did think this last one almost looked like the skeleton of, what's that Muppet? That scientist Muppet. Beaker. Well, Beaker's his name. It almost looks like his skeleton. Anyways, I also had a thought of like you could have it be the case where soldiers that wear this helmet or whatever could paint their own eyebrows on. So just like a little bit of like personalization, they could paint eyebrows onto the helmet to give it some different expression, whether it's frowny or surprise or whatever. I think that'd be kind of fun. And there we have it. Let me know which one was your favorite, and hopefully I'll be able to start uploading more and more in the coming weeks. Thanks for watching.